Hello friends and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're going to be playing for the first time with the new bannings. Atog, Prophetic Prism, and Bonner's Ornament are all out of the format. And we're going to be heading in here with a deck that I'm quite familiar with, a deck that I've been working with for some time, Black Sack. If you've been a fan of the channel, you've probably seen me playing this pile at some point, and there's been, I guess, one major change since the last time I've played this, that being I'm no longer playing Deadly Dispute. I've decided to keep the Ecstatic Awakener, and we're running Whisper Squad instead of the Deadly Dispute. This is a card that a viewer recommended a little while ago, and just in my sporadic testing on tournament practice, it has been functioning very, very well. So decided that I definitely want to keep it for this league and see how that goes. Since we're not running Deadly Dispute, we don't need the Vault of Whispers anymore, so we're just running the 17 basic swamps, and otherwise the deck is how it's been. So let's head into the queue and see how it goes. One land hand on the play, not ideal. But we do have Nested Shambler and Bonesplitter. If we draw a land turn 2, like, this hand is awesome. And we've got quite a few 1-drops to play, even if we don't. So we're going to risk it. Oh, basic forest. And just spare a sentinel. Ooh, okay. So we're playing against elves or maybe wolves, but I'm pretty sure this is just an elves. What a draw. Another swamp would be perfect here. Oh, wow. And they're missing their lands? That's pretty bad for them. I wonder if I should just go, like, Perilous Myr, Nested Shambler? Or if I should just slam the rats? I don't think they really have anything to deal with the rats, and then they'll just have to play around it for the rest of the game. So let's just slam the rats here on turn 3. Because, yeah, they're going to have to play into the rats, and then we just get to kill everything. And if they don't want to play into it, then, you know, they're not playing enough stuff. Let's get a bunch of squirrels. Ooh, Fleshbag. That's cool. Yeah, and they scoop them up. I mean, Crypt Rats is so hard to play through as the Elves player. Alright, so I'm not sure if we even want Fleshbag in this matchup. Like, Crypt Rats is obviously the way to go. I'm fine with playing some Snuff Out. Mesmeric Fiend is also an option, just because they're not really going to have any form of removal for us. so we can take the best card out of their hand. So what are we going to take out? I like Bone Picker. Crypt Rats is obviously great. I like Perilous Myr. So we're taking out some cards from the 1-drop slot. We could take out Whisper Squad if we wanted. Like, I really like the Mortician Beetle Carrion Feeder. So I'm going to want to keep the Nested Shambler Persistent Specimen, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of Whisper Squad today, or for this matchup. Get rid of one Awakener. I'm not a huge fan of Fleshbag Marauder in this matchup because generally opponent is going to flood the board. What they did last game was actually quite rare. They just got really screwed on the hand they kept. I really want to play Bone Picker turn 2. But that's not really going to work with Carrion Feeder Mortician Beetle. Alright, let's start with a Carrion Feeder. Okay. That gives other creatures reach, so Bone Picker not looking too hot. So we could sacrifice this now, get an extra point of damage in, but if I wait, then I can play the Bone Picker later. So let's wait one turn, sacrifice this next turn, and then we can attack with a pair of 2/2s and have a 3/2 on the board. Timberwatch Elf, that's a pain. Really need to find a Snuff Out. Oh, Nested Shambler. That's so good with Carrion Feeder Bonesplitter. Well Wisher is going to be a pain. But they are developing rather slowly. So yeah, these get up to like a 6 or a 7 here. So depending on their blocks, we might even have a lethal attack. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Smack. Alright, paralethal threats plus bone picker. They can gain 3 life. No big deal. Nah, yeah, you're not attacking with that, come on. Gaining 3 life, sure. Although that's 1 blocker off the table now. And they scoop. Yeah, we can keep this one. What do we get rid of? Probably the Bonesplitter? Three, 2 flyer for 1 mana? Oh, you mean, Bone Picker? Okay, 3rd Swamp, that's pretty good with Fleshbag here. We might actually have a chance. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's a totally different card, one I wasn't familiar with. That's a bit of a cost. Reminds me of, I think there was a ghoul that had a similar cost. Like a 4/4 for 2 mana. Oh, there's the Nested Shambler. Yeah, Weatherlight was a good time. Alright, so we just need to hope, fingers crossed, that first off, we're not dead, and secondly, that they don't play another creature. And if those 2 things happen, we probably win. Looks like they're going to play another creature. Yeah. Womp womp. We probably lose now. Whew, close one. Blood Pet? No. There's a lot of cards that are pretty good, but just don't quite make it in my estimation. And you know, other people would have different opinions about what cards to bring in, so. Like some people would think Serrated Scorpion is guaranteed in this deck. What was that other one? Shambling Ghast, I think, is a really, really strong option. Alright, let's bring in the other two Fleshbag Marauders, bring in the Crypt Rats, bring in the Mesmeric Fiends. Bone Pickers are okay because they have Death Touch. Don't really care about the Awakeners. And Whisper Squad is too slow. Just thinking if I want Persistent Specimen or Ecstatic Awakener. Hello, Clamigo. Welcome, welcome. I think I would rather have Awakener than Persistent Specimen. Oh, actually, hold on. We take out Tragic Slip. Duh. Not a great hand. I think that we probably keep it, though. Crypt Rats, you know, if we get the third land on the play, I don't know. It could definitely be good, but not as good as, Fleshbag Marauder. We do get a turn 2 Bone Picker, which is nice. Alright, so managing to drop a Crypt Rats before they even play a single creature is really lucky for us. I'm not quite sure what kind of hand they kept here. They might be trying to wait to like slam two creatures so that we don't get to Fleshbag and kill them. But if they're hesitating like this, we're just going to clock them. Ooh, Beetle. Okay, so let's see here. How much damage are we doing first off? So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is not lethal. Could play the Beetle and the Bonesplitter, equip Bonesplitter to something and attack, and then I'm pretty sure we just win with Crypt Rats on the next turn. Four, 7, 8. I think I probably should have put the Bonesplitter onto the Bone Picker, just because it's going to have the best attack next turn. But I mean, as is, we can attack with the Bone Picker and then activate Crypt Rats, and we're good to go. Yeah, I didn't think there was any way they were getting through that slow start. Yeah, not going to be changing anything here, so let's just resubmit. One land hand. This hand could be super good if we just draw land. Like, we got all the pieces. Really need land on top here. Damn. Maybe it was too greedy to keep that, but I mean, we just had such a great hand if we managed to find our lands. Alright, so we need land, or we're dead. Taurus, hello. Okay, good. We could play Mesmeric Fiend. Take a card out of their hand. And then block with Mesmeric Fiend. I would, like, obviously, I would love to be able to Carrion Feeder, sacrifice the Mesmeric Fiend here, but I think we have to block with it. Because we can't block with Carrion Feeder. Nice take. Okay, we have a chance. Again, we need land on top here. Awful. That is just the worst for us. Well, I also should have sacrificed that. That was a misplay. I'm just a little bit off here because they just played the perfect card off the top. And we even drew the land. Oh, man. Okay, okay. So we can Fleshbag, sacrifice the Carrion Feeder, and then Fleshbag again. Oh, but they have Ram Through. They got Ram Through back, so I guess we're just dead. Oh well. Like, they don't have Trample, so I guess if we have 2 blockers, we can still block this. So yeah, we can't attack. Pretty cool that we got the lands when we, the land like that. It would have been nice, you know, if we had hit them on 2 and 3, but to get them on 3 and 4, pretty lucky. Nice, we get a block. No! Alright, that cinches it. Stupid young wolf. And they found Trample. Good games, though. And actually remarkably close. Yeah, keep this. Uh-oh. Basic Mountain. Playing against Burn. Alright, match 1's going to be tough. Oh, that would be interesting, lag.com. Probably use Gurmag Angler as your clock. Although at that point, I wonder if you might just be better off playing Dimir Delver. Oh, their land comes into play tapped. Can't play their 2-drop this turn. Hate blocking this here. Just gonna take the 1. Ooh, opponent is slow. Wonder if they're lagging or double queuing or what. I think that opponent needs to learn about shortcuts. Because they could have F-sexed my entire turn here, and that would have been nice. So yeah, not a huge fan of Crypt Rats against a burn deck, but in the sideboard we have 4 Lifestaff. So this is what we're going to be boarding into. Might actually bring in Mesmeric Fiend as well, as a way to pull some spells out of their hand. Speaking of F6, I'm going to get some F6 value here. Hmm. So you can go Fleshbag to kill this. I kind of like Perilous Myr Village Rites. Not the best, but I mean, like, I get to redraw. Would be a lot better if we had Carrion Beetle, obviously. That does mean we won't be whispering. I have a friend that used to go on about Claim the Firstborn. That would be pretty cool. Alright, we're starting to do a little bit of damage here. Our life total is still fairly high for turn 3 versus burn, but watch out, because this is where the damage happens. Right now. 4 cards in hand, 3 lands. They should be able to do a ton of damage. Hey, welcome back, Clamigo. We're 1-1 so far, playing against Burn. Probably going to lose game 1, but we've got some okay cards for game 2 and 3, if we get that far. Oh, MtG bot might be back. Let's see if I can put the scorecard back up. Yep, now it's working. Perfect. Oh, you're trying the challenge today? Good luck. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just so far off. So far away from killing them. Should have dealt an extra 2 damage with Bonesplitter this turn. I was thinking I wanted to put it on the Nested Shambler, but like I could have put it on the Whisper Squad this turn, got an extra 2 damage, and then switch it over to Shambler if I wanted to Village Rites later. The burn matchup is so hard. Alright, so that puts us to 5. This puts us to 4. So if they have Fire Blast, we're just dead. Alright, so they're looking to draw cards here. Getting rid of a mountain for something else. Yeah, those blood tokens look pretty good in burn, being able to discard a mountain and play stuff. And get good cards. Like, that's great. And there's the Fire Blast. Alright, GG. Alright, so, take out Crypt Rats. What else we want to take out? I'll definitely know that I want 4 Lifestaff. I'll take out the Bonesplitters. And then I also want the Mesmeric Fiends. No Lifestaff, unfortunate, but I mean, like, we've got Lands and spells here. Alright, so they're starting with Rift Bolt. I think we probably just play Perilous Myr here. Alright, so faces the place for the Rift Bolt. What else they got turn 2? Skewer the Critics. Oh, and no land. Okay, so their hand is entirely spells. Scary. We're not exactly doing big damage here. I'd feel a little bit better if I had the Lifestaff, obviously. Just gonna get some F6 value here. Alright, what's it gonna be? Just as long as it's not land electrickery. Okay, Searing Blaze. Not electrickery. Ooh, Ecstatic Awakener? Make a 4/4? Either that or 2 Whisper Squads. Think we're better off with Awakener? Just have the bigger creature? Already played land this turn, so I can just F6 here. I'm not going to have anything else I'll be able to play. Ooh, bad draw. Have one of these on the board already, don't want to be drawing them. It's like having a Squadron Hawk in your hand and drawing another one. Alright, so we're going down to 5. Yeah, we're basically dead. We didn't find the Lifestaff in time. Oops, not that. Go to 0, I guess. Yeah, just a little bit too slow. And yeah, we needed to find Lifestaff. I don't know, I didn't feel like I wanted to mulligan to it, but I mean the card is so important in the burn matchup. Maybe I should just be doing that. Should just be dead here. This hand is fine. We'll keep this. Another basic forest deck. Oh, hey there, Linkness. Yeah, thanks. Looks like we're up against Bogles again. Brutal. Link, how have you been enjoying the format since the bans? All right, so what are we gonna do here? Don't really have any way to put the Bone Picker down yet. I think we probably just play Beetle and Shambler. Another Ledge Walker. And a Rancor. Scary stuff. Land into Crypt Rats would be nice. Alright, so if they trade with anything here, we play the Bone Picker. If they don't, we play the Whisper Squad. These can't be blocked. They can only be blocked by creatures with flying. We don't have any flyers right now. Wow, Vines of Vastwood? That's interesting. So this is Stompy. This isn't, This isn't Bogles, this is Stompy. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Jeez, down to 1. They got blockers too. Carrion Feeder's interesting. We can play Carrion Feeder, Perilous Myr, kill their 2 blockers, and then Mortician Beetle grows? Is this actually lethal? Alright, so we have to kill this, because otherwise it blocks our Mortician Beetle. Oh, hey there, Liv. No, not playing the challenge, playing a league. Yeah, I don't do the higher stake tournaments on Twitch, although I might do a review later. Alright, so quick count here. 4, 7, 8. Looks like lethal to me. Wow. Alright, let's bring in Crypt Rats, bring in Snuff Out. Fleshbag is kind of so-so in this matchup. Also not a huge fan of Mesmeric Fiend in this matchup. What are we going to want to get rid of here? Maybe the Persistent Specimen? Yep, that's a keeper. Got Snuff Out and Bone Picker. Sweet. Turn 1, 3/2 Flying Death Touch. Hey, Chuck! What's good? Happy Saturday. Probably going to use the Village Rites on the Nested Shambler. Oh, wow. They really needed that Pit Skulk, huh? Nice. Play a pair of Awakeners here. And we'll pass the turn back. Actually, just slamming the Crypt Rats would have been interesting. But, Yeah, Awakener's a great card. Let's try and get rid of this. If they want to use a Vines of Vastwood to protect a 1/1, that's fine. Awaken, 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 awaken. Take the lands that must be taken. Yeah, let's do some damage. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Chuck. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, and finally managed to get online on weekends. So here we are. I've been wanting to do another Pauper Day, and with the new bannings, I figured this was just like the perfect opportunity to get on top of that, and then I can put out a video with the new bannings on Tuesday instead of the old stuff. Like putting out videos with a TOG and stuff for Tuesday would have been kind of disappointing. I was definitely surprised by the double artifact ban, but ooh, okay, here we go. I figured we were going to be seeing a lot more fairies. We haven't actually seen much at all yet, but here we are. Here's some fairies. Now, Spell Starter Sprite's going to be a pain because even if we Tragic Slip it, they'll still have one fairy on board. So we probably just want to Tragic Slip this fairy so they can't ninja. Ah, but the Bone Picker? Now I want to wait to Tragic Slip the fairy so we can put a Bone Picker down. But if they put Ninja down, that's just so bad for us. I guess we could play the Whisper Squad, get that down, and then we can just start, like, growing that. Tough choice. Alright, we're going to get rid of that so we don't have to deal with Ninja. Turn 2 Ninja is too good. Okay, and they tap their mana for an Aggro of Bolas. So that means that we get to play whatever we want with our 2 mana. Gonna play probably Whisper Squad and something. Probably the Shambler. I mean, it's the same way as you push a Bird of Paradise. No attacks, love it. Alright, so they're holding up Spellstutter Sprite. Unfortunately, we don't have removal for it. I think we probably just use Whisper Squad, so we don't play into their Sprite. And if they do just play a Sprite here, we can Village Rites the Shambler. Okay. They're using Ash Barrens. So yeah, let's Village Rites. Would have loved to have been able to play a Bone Picker as well. Oh, double Bone Picker would have been so sweet. I should have just played the Village Rites right into the Spellstutter Sprite, then we could have played double Picker. Of course, I didn't know that I had another Bone Picker coming up. Interesting that they didn't play the Ponder. There it is. I think Ponder would have been the better first play, but what do I know? Chooses to shuffle. And no attacks. Let's grab a Whisper Squad. Persistent Specimen is another good one. So we could play the Perilous Myr. Kind of like attacking, so when they block, we can play double Bone Picker. They should only be able to kill one thing here, so we'll be able to keep one of our Whisper Squads. I'm pretty sure they're going to take a block here. Only cost me 1 mana, but you can't use Spellstutter Sprite on this. Alright, so actual counterspell. Let's play out the other Bone Picker, and then I think we'll play the Awakener. Because we don't really have an easy way to sacrifice here until we get this Awakener down. And yeah, I would rather have the 4/4 that cannot be snuffed out. Oh hey, thanks Chuck. Yeah, I had a really good run there. Really had a lot of fun getting a trophy with Yawgmoth combo. Kind of hope that it gets published into the 5.0 dump so that people can see that you don't have to play 4 Birds of Paradise. Okay, so they have Cast Down in the main. We still get to draw a card, though, and that takes down Spellstutter Sprite. And we can just play the Beetle now. I'll cast down on the Bone Picker. We are tapped out, so we can't Village Rites or anything in response. Oh, bad draw. Unfortunate. So we got a Whisper Squad in the yard and 1 in hand, so we got 1 left in the deck. Okay, so they're counterspelling this. I guess we might as well just play these 2 critters. Augur of Bogles is doing a good job of keeping us back. Haven't been able to do very much damage to the opponent. Bone Picker was doing most of that, and it got cast down. Oh, there's a problem for us. Need to see what you need for Yogg, but you're lazy? Well, you were saying you're missing the Modern Horizons 2 cards, right? So, Ignoble Hierarch, Endurance, and Grist? Thorn of the Black Rose. Now we got the Monarch to deal with. Yeah, Endurance is very key. That's exactly what I was thinking, Scraggy. Just attack all. Take the Monarch. Okay, so Village Rites on the Persistent Specimen doesn't seem too hot here. I'd love to be able to cast it, but then we don't have mana to be able to bring the Persistent Specimen back. I'm probably just going to sacrifice it to Carrion Feeder and bring it back, and that's all. Yeah, I have no blocks. Carrion Feeder cannot block, so you can have the Monarch back. Ooh, Tragic Slip. That's cool. So we can play Bone Picker, that's sweet. Nice. Try and get the Monarch back. It looks like it worked. Nice, we get to be the Monarch again. And we have a blocker. And the opponent's life is under threat. Still, they have 3 cards in hand, and Gurmag Angler is a quick clock. Let's block the Spellstutter Sprite. They're going to switch out the Gurmag Angler for a Ninja, which means they're drawing an extra card, and they're going to be able to replay the Gurmag Angler as a blocker. But we have the Bone Picker to take the Monarch back. Carrion Feeder just straight up kills Gurmag Angler if they block with it. Looks like they have a counterspell up. Oh, Mortician Beetle's interesting. So they have to block the Carrion Feeder here with Gurmag Angler, or they're dead. Okay, they just die. Wonderful. Managing to take game 1 versus Faeries, that's a pretty good thing. This is a difficult matchup, but having access to Persistent Specimen and Whisper Squad is actually a big deal. Not sure how much we realistically want to change the deck, though. Snuff Out, we can bring in some Snuff Outs, but, like, it's okay against their Fairies and their Ninjas, but it does nothing against their Gurmag Anglers. Or the Thorn of the Black Rose. Perilous Myr is okay, but, like, it's not killing a lot of their important creatures. I don't think I want to go too heavy on the 3 drops either. I'm going to stick with the 2-2 split for now. Like, either card can be good, or it can be bad, depending on the situation. Could potentially take out, like, 1 Carrion Feeder, 1 Mortician Beetle. Since they're playing Cast Down, some of those creatures aren't just going to be as good as they would be normally. But would that be better? Like, would a Perilous Myr be better? I think I'm going to submit as is. If we go to a game 3, I'll think about it a little bit more. One land hand. The opponent is keeping. We're on the draw. This is really good if we get lands on top. We're going to keep it. We're risk. Alright, so are they going to ninja immediately? No. They're holding up Spellstutter Sprite. Do we draw land? No. We're pretty dead. I think I'm probably just going to play the Persistent Specimen here, since if they counter that, it's not a huge deal. Because we can just play it again from the graveyard. Yeah. I mean, I kept the one lander knowing that we could just get totally screwed by not drawing the land. I figure, we got a couple draws. Odds are pretty good we'll get a land in the first 3 draws, but we didn't get one in the first 2, which is where we really needed one. And now they have Ninja. So yeah, if we don't draw land right now, I think we're just dead. Okay, so we do draw land. And they're tapped out, so they can't respond to the Carrion Feeder Mortician Beetle. We can attack for 1, and we have a blocker that's a 3/3 now. Woo Drum, thanks for the follow, friend. Now they have something. Probably have a cast down here. I think that they should have used that cast down on the Mortician Beetle before combat, if that's what they had. Suffocating Fumes. Okay. So we sacrifice the Carrion Feeder to itself, and then the Beetle and the Ninja will trade. This is fine. Second verse, same as the first. Suffocating Fumes is a great card against us, though. Fortunately, Carrion Feeder on the board changes that a little bit. Yeah, don't have any flyers, so if you have a ninja, you have a ninja. Nope, nope, okay. So just a lot of counter magic available. I'm immediately going to go cast down the Carrion Feeder. Well, let's sacrifice it to itself. so that we get the Mortician Beetle to activate. And hope we draw land here. Nice. Alright, so I'm thinking Fleshbag Marauder. If they don't have Counterspell, it's super good. And like it's something they can't use Faeries on. And if they do just so happen to have Counterspell, then so be it. Well, if I attack first, I'm missing on damage, right? Because I'm attacking for 4 now instead of 3. Ooh, Thorn of the Black Rose. That is awkward. Could Village Rites the Carrion Feeder and try and find a removal spell? Nice. Now we get the Monarch. Morning, Brett. How you doing today? Oh, that is sweet. Huge hit. Huge punch for damage. Ah, if we had had a stop on the end step there and not played the Bonesplitter, we could have tragic slipped the Aggro of Bogles. Definitely a misstep on my side there. Hopefully not a tragic one. But if they do attack with Augur, we have 2 creatures here that are attacking into them. Alright, so they are going to take the Monarch. Oh, that's pretty good. Using the Ninja, so they have a guaranteed creature to block. And as well as just drawing a ton of cards. Fortunately, the Snuff Out is not an option. That's one of the big reasons I decided to stream today, Brett. I wanted to get a chance to see the new Pauper with Black Sack. Had a pretty interesting league. Faced up against Bogles and Burn, Stompy, and what was the other deck we played against? Hey, all right! We managed to beat Dimir. So here's the deck that we were playing today. This is the first league that I've done with Whisper Squad. And while Whisper Squad wasn't exactly the standout card for the league, I will say that I think that it's definitely a great choice for the meta, where the Faeries decks are coming out in force. Whisper Squad and Persistent Specimen are giving us cards that are allowing us to put permanents on the battlefield without casting spells. So if we play a Persistent Specimen and they spell stutter it, we can just pay 3 mana, put it back on the battlefield. They cannot counter that. If we manage to resolve a Whisper Squad, then for 2 mana we can start slamming more Whisper Squads onto the battlefield out of our deck, which is pseudo card advantage, and then also uncounterable. and instant speed. So I think that for the meta, Whisper Squad and Persistent Specimen are definitely solid choices. So I've decided to keep the Ecstatic Awakener over Deadly Dispute for now, and I think that's probably the right choice just based on how the deck wants to function. It wants to attack, so I want to have creatures that I can play on turn one, and Ecstatic Awakener also having the ability to allow us to sacrifice to increase the power of Mortician Beetle or to get a bunch of squirrels from Nested Shambler with a Bonesplitter on it. I'm definitely really happy with where this deck is right now. So yeah, I don't think that I would make any changes to it at the moment. And looking forward to playing some more Pauper with Black Sack, checking out how the format evolves after these bans.